Hello everyone, my name is Tushar Dhalwal, a BTech CSC third year undergrad student from Bennett University. I am keenly interested in training in fields of cloud computing. So let's start talking about our university. It has been 3 years in Bennett University. Not a single day in my life I have felt that I have been away from my home. Life has changed for a better. I have learned so many new things along with academics, and moreover my personality has enhanced for good. I would always be thankful to Bennett University for changing my life so beautifully and positively, empowering me to move ahead in my life. So, today my topic is cloud computing security. Cloud computing is the delivery of computing services, including servers, storage databases, networking, software analytics, intelligence over the internet, the cloud. To offer faster innovation, flexible resources, and economics of scale, you typically pay only for cloud services you use, helping lower your operating cost, run your infrastructure more efficiently, and scale as your business needs change. So, after knowing what is cloud computing, now let's move to the other things like on-demand self-services. On-demand self-services refers to the services provided by the cloud computing vendors that enables the provision of cloud resources on demand whenever they are required. In on-demand self-services, the user access the cloud services through an online control panel. Broad network access refers to resources hosted in a private cloud network operated within a company's firewall that are available for access from a wide range of devices such as tablets, PCs, Macs, and smartphones. And the next one is resource pooling. Resource pooling, the provider's computing resources are pooled to serve multiple consumers using a multi-tenant model with the different physical and virtual resources dynamically assigned and reassigned according to consumer demand. Now let's talk about what is rapid elasticity. Rapid elasticity is a cloud computing term for scalable provisioning or the ability to provide scalable services. Experts point to this kind of scalable model as one of five fundamental aspects of cloud computing. The last one is the major service. Major service is a term that IT professionals apply to cloud computing. This is a reference to services where the cloud providers measure or the monitors the provision of services for various reasons, including billing, effective use of resources, or overall predictive planning. So now let's discuss about types of cloud. There are three types of clouds: CS, software as a service, platform as a service, infrastructure as a service. So let's know about what is software as a service. Software as a service is a software licensing as a delivery model in which software is licensed on a subscription basis and is certainly hosted. SaaS is also known as on-demand software and web-based web-hosted service software. Web-hosted software. Now let's talk about platform as a service. It is a cloud computing model where a third-party provider delivers hardware and software tools to users over the internet. Usually, these tools are needed for application development. A PaaS provider hosts the hardware and software on its own infrastructure. Now, the last one is the infrastructure as a service. Logging as a service is an IT architectural model for certainly ingesting and collecting any type of log files coming from any given source or location, such as servers, applications, devices, etc. The other one is the development type. There are four types of development type: private cloud, public cloud, community cloud, and hybrid cloud. Now let's move to the other slide. Open security architecture of cloud computing. So several key controls are to be taken before moving a computing operation into clouds: contractual agreement, certification and third-party audits, compliance requirements, availability, reliability, resilience, backup and recovery, service levels and performance, decommissioning. Now let's discuss about the advantages of cloud computing. There are five advantages of cloud computing: virtualization, feasibility to choose vendor, elasticity, cost reduction, scalability, and speed. Now let's discuss about the security threats and recommendations. Abuse and nefarious use of cloud computing. So let's discuss about the remedies. Initial registration and validation process must be done in a proper way. Monitoring public blacklist for one's own network blocks. Next one is insecure application programming interfaces. Now let's discuss about the remedies. Proper analysis of security model of the cloud provider interface must be done. Strong authentication and access control should be ensured. Malicious insiders, transparency into overall information and security and management practices. So strict supply chain management must be enforced. Continuing the security threats and recommendations. The fourth one is shared technology and vulnerabilities. Installation configuration must be implemented with the best security practices. Unauthorized changes and activities must be monitored. Vulnerability scanning and configuration audit must be conducted. Other one is data loss and leakage. Strong API access control must be implemented. Encrypt and protect integrity of data is transit. Provider must be wipe resident media before it is released into the pool. Uh, Specify provider backup and retention strategies. The other one is account service and traffic hijacking. Sharing of account credentials between users and services must be prohibited. Strong two-factor authentication technique must be implemented wherever possible. Proactive monitoring must be done to detect unauthorized activity. Other one is unknown risk profile. Applicable logs and data must be disclosed. Infrastructure details like patch levels, firewalls, etc. must be disclosed. Monitoring and altering unnecessary information. Now let's talk about the other security threats. Failures, failures in provider security, attack by other customers, legal and regulatory issues, parameter security, model broken, integrating provider and customer security systems. Now let's discuss about the security in the cloud computing. So we have 4 points here. Infrastructure security. This can be addressed by understanding which party provides which part of the security. Other one is data security and storage. Data protection must Protection method must be viewed with great concern. Homomorphic encryption can be used for data security encryption. Other one is identity and access. By using identity as a service, provider may be useful tool for outsourcing identify management capabilities, which one of the key factor. Security management. As the flexibility increase, the control over the services also increase. In a virtualized environment, the data gets commingled and hence we need to understand the location of the service level latencies, and storage access latency. Continuing the security in cloud computing, the fifth point is privacy. This is an important issue in a cloud computing. It can be achieved by minimize personal information sent to and stored in the cloud, maximizing user control, specify and limit the purpose of usage. The other one is audit and compliance. Cloud services provider must have strong internal monitoring coupled with external audit process. Other one is security as a service. Through proactive control and identity management and key management to reactive controls, scalable and effective SIEM and data leakage prevention. Now let's move toward the exiting solution for the security threats. The first one is Mirac Image Management System. This system addresses the issue related to the secure management of the virtual machine images and that encapsulate each application of the cloud. It has four components: access control, image transformation by running filters, provenance tracking, image maintenance. Let's talk about the limitations of this point. Huge performance overheads, both in space and time. Continuing the exiting solutions, client-based privacy manager is another point. This helps to reduce the risk of data leakage and loss of privacy of the sensitive data processed in the cloud and provides additional privacy-related benefits. Many features of the privacy manager are uh, preference setting, data access, feedback. Now let's discuss about the limitation of this point. If the service provider does not provide full cooperation, the features of the privacy manager other than obfuscation will not be effective. Continuing the existing solution for security threats, a transparent cloud protection system is another point. This is intended to protect the integrity of the guest virtual machine and of the distributed computing middleware by allowing the host to monitor guest VMs and infrastructure components. The other point is secure and efficient access to outsourced data. This forms a foundation for information management and other operations. Right keys should be provided to the end users to control their access. The limitation of this point is this approach is applicable only for owner right uses read applications and hence not generic. Now let's move toward the conclusion of this PPT. So cloud computing has many advantages. There are several threats and issues to be considered. Each algorithm proposed to overcome has its own pros and cons. Its security, deficiencies, and benefits needs to be weighed before making any decision. Thank you for giving your valuable time and watching my PPT.